Hey, good morning. Welcome to downtown Turin in the Piedmont region of Italy. We are going from Piedmont today, up and over the Alps, going over St. Bernard Pass. That's 2,500 meters, over 8,000 feet. We're gonna ride 210 kilometers, 130 miles, 13,000 feet of climbing total in order to get to Verbier, Switzerland. Really excited to explore the Alps, see a new place that I've not yet ridden. Furthermore, we're gonna go visit Sun God as they have a cool office in Verbier, so why not go explore a new area? Anyway, peace out from beautiful Turin. Time to go somewhere new.
All right, nothing too interesting about the start of this trip besides that I somehow turned off lens stabilization.
Ciao.
So don't worry, only this early part of the ride has such shaky footage. Riding north from Turin is largely industrial with a trip right next to the airport, so that is scenic. The thing you notice about this route is that it quickly becomes farm fields with big mountains looming in the distance. Frankly, the first 80 miles of this route are boring and characterized by a lot of traffic. Oh well. The other thing I couldn't help but notice is just how salty my friend Anthony has the ability to become. That is a real talent to sweat Fibonacci's sequence. Okay, so further into the foothills and then at last the road splits, where the highway and all of the cars go one way and the proper San Bernard Pass goes the other. This is where things get good.
Well, I made it to the top, which is back that way, but it was about 35 degrees and howling wind. My face is still a little bit numb, so talking's a little hard. Put on my clothes real quick, came screaming down the hill. I'm probably 10 miles down the hill, went through all sorts of tunnels and all sorts of really cool stuff. The views are amazing. It's because of our later start in the day, it's getting towards dusk and sunset, so I'm going in and out of the shade. When you're in the shade and the wind's going, man, it is freezing. But Switzerland is living up to its reputation. It is absolutely beautiful. Oh, I see a bus coming. Time to get ahead of the bus. Catch ya. Well, that was a righteous. To get to Verbier, 1,500 meters, 7.5 hours later, 130 miles later, I really just want a snack. We started late and it's almost 7 p.m. So thank goodness for sunlight. Ciao, ciao.
All right, day 2 was something that I'm going to remember for a long, long time. So my idea of a good mountain bike is 120 millimeters of travel max, and I'm pedaling uphill just as much as I'm ripping down. Meanwhile though, Verbier is steep AF and 160 mil of travel is seemingly the least bit of travel that exists here. So with our enduro rigs, we set off on the chairlift where we first saw the view of this incredible spot.
This is absolutely absurd.
So the take-home points from riding mountain bikes here are: 1, the Alps are enormous. 2, breathtaking views in all directions, where I'm sure this video is not even going to start to do justice. 3, the bigger mountain bike than what I'm used to was definitely a great choice. 4, the riding here is either machine built and flowy, or ridiculously technical with natural rock gardens everywhere. It's no wonder the Swiss are dominant in mountain biking. And 5, the ancient hamlets that are high up mid-mountain, seemingly accessed by foot and billy goat only, are well worth the stop.
Different forms of hot cheese are the most commonly seen items in the lunch and dinner menu in the form of fondue and raclette. But for us, a hot chocolate is just as good.
Also on day 2 is a trip to Sun God. So this is my sunglass sponsor, and they were originally founded here in Verbier. This company lives up to the highest standards. They are a B Corp, for example. The glasses and goggles have a lifetime guarantee. They are fully recycled frames and lenses. They are awesome. Furthermore, just like you can do online, when you visit the flagship store, you customize the glasses with your choice of top frame, bottom frame, nose piece, lens, earpiece, emblem. Visiting their original HQ was a blast. So day 3 starts casually enough with hot coffee, a good book, and a postcard view, as long as your postcard is an image of my feet. After just yesterday having decided that I'm now a professional mountain biker, we opted to skew the climbing ratio and try to nab as much vertical as possible while staying as close to Verbier as possible. But back on road bikes. Okay, that wasn't really the goal, but we wanted to put together a sweet ride with loads of climbing, and it wasn't hard at all to achieve success in that department. So this is the first climb of the day, literally right out the door. We're probably 9 minutes into the ride here, but ultimately making it to the top. Croix de Coeur. Yeah, that's a tough one. The fastest times up on this peak were back in the 2023 Giro, so yeah, those dudes were flying. The summit is beautiful, as one might expect, with views in all directions, and that is followed by a pretty gnarly descent in and out of the woods, all of which was frigid here at 9 a.m. In the shades, the temperatures are probably in the 30s, and so with a 40-mile-an-hour wind chill, yeah, that is brisk. Very, very happy with the choice of a hooded Velocio jacket. Lots of tunnels, because this is Switzerland. And then we finally got to the bottom a half hour later. We found this road, about as wide as a golf cart, skirting town, and then immediately went into a 75-minute climb. First through vineyards, and then into the forest.
Pretty sure happy cows come from Switzerland.
And finally up to the top of Col de Lane, which is pretty dang cool because it is a gravel summit. Another descent and then into town, where if you are anything like me,
I love foreign grocery stores.
We refilled our glycogen stores with the grocery store's finest processed foods, because all the bakeries were mysteriously closed. But my eyes were bigger than my stomach, so I crammed all of the extras into my jersey. Let me now sing the praises of the long sleeve Velocio merino wool. It is warm when it needs to be warm, and it is cool when it needs to be cool, just like wool does. The sleeves are pliable and roll up nicely, but the stretch on the pockets is really second to none. I love this piece. Anyway, one final climb through these cute, quaint little villages to another ski area, at which point we are across the valley from Verbier. So like 2 miles as the crow flies to town, but in reality, we have to go down 2,500 feet and then another 2,500 foot climb to town. What a day. And if for whatever reason you're really pulling off this exact trip, the final day's push is Verbier to Geneva so that we could fly out of Geneva airport early the next day. A route like this is a net enormous downhill and then largely pretty much flat to Geneva. But the novelty standout point to this route is that you can be riding this otherwise innocuous bike path that goes literally right by the UCI World headquarters. Not only that, but you can drop in on a paved pump track on a road bike. Very cool to see a bit of history here, see the velodrome, that was all a hoot. So there you have it. That is our 3-day, 4-day, 4.5, 3.5, whatever it was. This was our quick trip to Switzerland. Highly, highly recommended. If you ride to Switzerland, reach out, let me know about it. I'd be curious what all you did, where you rode. All right, y'all, until next time, please enjoy the ride.
Hey, goat.